We are back in the kitchen, but this time we're not making a cocktail. I'm actually going to be taking you guys outside to the grill. Stick around. Fellas, welcome back. It's Robert, your everyday gentleman. Okay, so like I said, today we're going outside to the grill. We're not going here to my grill actually. We're gonna be grilling at my mom's house, but a grill's a grill, so we'll get it done. But I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my recipe for carne asada. Now today's actually 4th of July, and nothing is more American than carne asada. So I'm gonna share with you guys my marinade, how I prepare it, how I cook it, and then obviously how you serve it. But before we get into that, if this is your first time to my channel, I wanna welcome you. If you're interested not only in carne asada, but also things like men's style, fitness, grooming, fragrances, whiskey, cigars, and other topics for the everyday man, then this might be the place for you. Consider subscribing and joining the growing EG family. And if you're already a member, I want to thank you for your continued support. And without further delay, let's get into it. Now, like I mentioned, today is the 4th of July, but I started the preparation of the meat yesterday. You want to let the meat marinate for about 24 hours. So let's go back in time to when I started the marinade. And then I'll bring you guys back to today when I start actually grilling in about a couple hours. Okay, so for the ingredients, we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 cups of orange juice, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of oregano, 2 tablespoons of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of paprika, 1.5 tablespoons of garlic salt, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, half a tablespoon of cumin, and then 2 ounces of soy sauce. You're also going to need 1 bushel of chopped cilantro and the juice of 3 limes. And for this recipe, I'm using 5 pounds of Carne Ranchera. So now all you've got to do is just take your bowl, whatever you're going to mix everything up in, and throw everything in there. I love the way that paprika looks, and it gives that meat a very nice red color. And then when you're chopping up the cilantro, you want to throw the stems in there as well. Just chop everything up. Get it into small little bits and then throw that into the meat. Make sure those limes are nice and soft when you're picking them out at the supermarket too. That's how you get the most juice. These are some really good limes that I picked out. So now that everything's in there, I use a whisk and just really mix everything up really well. Make sure everything is blended together. Then you're going to start soaking the meat in the marinade. You want to make sure the meat's completely covered by the marinade. Don't be afraid to get your hands in there and really mix it up. Just make sure that you wash your hands before and after. And you can see that the meat's taking in that nice red color from the marinade. Now I switched up the meat to a different dish just because this dish is a little more spacious. It allows for the meat to travel since I'm going to be taking it to my mom's house tomorrow. But before I put it in the fridge, I'm going to cover it up with some wrap and then put it in the fridge for about 24 hours. So now we let it sit, and let's jump into the cooking now. All right, so now we're ready to start grilling. You want to make sure your grill is set to a medium to high heat. And when you lay the meat out, you want to make sure it lays out nice and flat. Some of these pieces are a little bit bigger than others. So you want to make sure that you get a nice flat surface on it. You can see the second piece is a little bit bigger than the first piece. Make sure you have enough room in the grill to completely let it lay out flat. And then all you're really going to do is just let it sit on each side for about 5 to 7 minutes. You'll start seeing the side that's facing you start turning a little bit brown. The meat will start shrinking a little bit in size. You'll start seeing some of that brownish color come out as the meat's cooking on the side closest to the fire, and that'll give you a good indication of when it's time to flip it. Then I'm also grilling here 2 different types of onion. I have a little bit bigger ball-shaped onion in the foil wrapped up, and then I'm also going to be grilling some regular cebolla. It's a nice little side that goes with the tacos of Carne Asada. So you can see the meat shrunk down a little bit. It allows some more space on the grill, so I'm going to get another piece ready. And these first pieces are ready to flip. You see that nice red color on the side that's been cooking. And the smell of the marinade is just amazing. It's too bad I couldn't catch any of the sizzle, but you can use your imagination here and catch some of that sizzle from the grill. By the way, nothing goes better with grilling some carne asada than a michelada. I'm going to be sharing with you my michelada recipe soon, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss that video as well. Alright, so the meat's pretty much ready. You can see a nice brown color on there. Nice brownish reddish color. And you're just going to take that meat, and I have a separate pot where I put all the meat that's cooked. And that's pretty much all you're going to do for the remainder of the pieces that you're going to be cooking. Now really quickly, I'll just tell you guys that in my opinion, I think all men should know how to cook at least one meal. Me personally, I like grilling. I like being outside and cooking carne asada, barbecue, burgers, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Like I said, in my opinion, you should be able to cook at least one meal, no matter what it is. And the more you learn, the more you know, obviously the better. That's one of the reasons why I'm sharing some of these recipes and things that I've learned growing up, that I've enjoyed growing up, and hopefully you can learn from it or enjoy it just as much as I do. Now I don't have footage of how I prepare the tacos, but basically what I do is just chop up the meat with scissors or with a knife, serve it on some tortillas with some queso fresco, salsa verde, and some guacamole, and it's ready to go. And obviously no complaints from the family. They enjoyed the meal. Now I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you let me and YouTube know by hitting that like button. Subscribe and turn on the notifications so you catch all future videos, including that michelada video. And remember, being a gentleman is an everyday thing. See you in the next one, fellas.